Yo, 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 hello, hello. Little Turd is here. Hello, world. Today is a good day. You know how I know today is a good day? Because we're playing some Battle Brothers. That's how I know. Where we last left off, yesterday, at least from where time is passing in the real world, my reality, we left off looking for some named armor that was south of Dornheim. That's right, today was a good day. Didn't even have to use my AK. Wow, that is a song I did not expect to have referenced and for me to know. But yeah, we're looking for some named armor from some nomads south of Dornheim, which has got to be in here. So, we had also just purchased a sellsword, who is awesome. Akibio, our frontline gunner. Very much looking forward to this build being online. Absolute Chad base rolls. Not much in the way of talent stars, but that's fine. This is a build that's very flexible. We'd rather have good base rolls as opposed to talent stars because we can sort of pick and choose where we want to put our points. Because if we get a low roll in, say, melee skill or ranged attack, we can shore up one of our secondaries. We need basically all stats for this build to work, which is why sellswords are so good, because they offer so many. So, is there any prep I want to do before heading to that fight? I think we're probably good. I have to figure out what second follower I want. Might be able to get 2 more beast fights here soon. There could be one here for hunting down what terrorizes this city. We could even do that before going to get this named armor. Hey, J.M. Nicholson. How are you? So yeah, let's do just a quick little hunt down what terrorizes first. Because we're like on the cusp of level 7. And this camp, this nomad camp, if it's a big tent city, will be much easier if we get a few more bros to level 7 where they've got nimble. So we're okay to slow play this a tiny bit. Whatever the named armor is, you know, I'm excited to get it, but we know it's there. We know we'll get it. I think I can go ahead and sell most of this stuff. I might hang on to the padded leathers. You're trying Lone Wolf, but you go really slow. That is the best way to do Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is, when done fast, is quite dangerous. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good way of doing it. You're finding that you enjoy the early game up to like day 25-ish, but then hit a really tough battle and get slaughtered and lose motivation, so transitioning to middle game is a huge barrier. Yeah. I think day 25 is around the time where your company is probably most vulnerable. You know, the time before you're able to get nimble, you probably don't really have any good armors, things like that. I think the main thing for that part of the game is, especially when you're new, get both Colossus and 9 lives on lots of bros. Maybe not all, but like a lot of them, especially your frontliners. And don't take too many risky fights, because once you get over the hump of, you know, around that stage of the game, then your company can really pop off and become really powerful. But yeah, if you get slaughtered in a fight, losing motivation is not a surprising result. Alright, and we have serpents here. Ugh, I hate fighting serpents. Hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Alright, let's pull out some of these swords. Spears are no good in this fight. We'll try to get Alpha or the Chaucer being the ones to get sucked up into the sweet snake donut hole, if anyone. I mean, someone's gonna get it. Oh, this is interesting terrain. And interesting in this case is kind of bad. I think this terrain is bad because I can't retreat. They've made a little donut hellhole right there. Yeah, this terrain is like perfectly bad. Yeah, this terrain sucks. So serpents have 9 AP like a normal human, and their like pull ability is 6. So they can move 1 hex and still pull. And the pull range is like... has a range of 3 tiles. Yeah. So I can't stand here, I need to back up 1. But just on 1 row? Ugh. Yeah, this terrain sucks. And I don't want to back up down here, because I don't really have Pathfinder in too many rows. Oof. This would be another example of a fight where it'd be really good to have Underdog on the Shield Bros. Try to get them to be the ones pulled into a vulnerable spot, and then they'll have Underdog and be safe. So this hex is still safe. But all of these are not. This one is safe. Hopefully I didn't make any errors in this. I don't think any of them can grab me next turn. Okay. Duka-duka-ta. Try to get as many dogs attacking as we can, as per usual. Guess we'll shoot from the low ground. Serpents have like resistance to firearms. They got that, you know, serpent skin armor and such. Okay, and they're gonna be faster than most of my bros, but not the dogs. Let's see how much damage the dogs can do. Pretty good. Try to kill the ones that haven't gone yet. Okay, I think this actually went pretty well. Hated the terrain though. Had to give it a hot minute to make sure I wasn't going to accidentally make a donut hole of death. For a snack to put me right in. Yeah, snakes on the hill is definitely not the best. Also, hello, Manifest Destiny's child. How are you this eve? Okay, actually took very little damage, so pretty smooth, and then that makes us only one more beast fight away from being able to get the scout. And even though I don't think this could possibly be Sunken Ruins west of Alhazred, I don't think I could possibly be considered south of Darnheim. I kind of want to like, maybe I want to confirm this named armor before I accept that contract. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. About to get that rumored named armor is the plan. All right, a +4, or excuse me, a +3 in melee defense in on our sort of shield fatigue neutral. You'll love to see it. And then we've got a choice. I know, I did. I didn't mean for it to be a cliffhanger exactly, but it was a good time to stop. So we're gonna hop to it actually basically right now after this level up. He will need some fatigue, and we will want some melee attack Its melee skill's really low. I guess it's probably less important, even more than usual, compared to a normal fatigue neutral, but I still do want some. 65 is pretty bad. But he keeps rolling these ones. We're gonna need more hit points, we're gonna need more resolve, and a little bit more fatigue would be good. So let's go with the hit points and resolve. Would giving these newts fast adaptation be reasonable with giving them 4 AP weapons? Maybe. They're still only gonna have enough fatigue to be able to attack once per turn, so it's not really any different from like other fatigue neutrals in that regard. So I don't think so. I don't think it would be bad, I guess. We'll see. I might end up doing that. But I'm not... What I'd like is to get some +3s and get them up to like, I don't know, 75. That would be nice. Even then, 75 is not great. So, I don't know. Unclear. Yeah, rolling better is the best solution. Yes. Just don't get hit. You know, the classic advice. So then I need to pick a perk here. I've been saying repeatedly how I didn't think Underdog would be useful for a little while, so I took Pathfinder, and there's been many situations I've called out specifically where Underdog would have been useful for these bros specifically. So let's go and get it. All right, let's head to find some nomads south of Dornheim. 3 Alps. Now, Alps are an enemy you specifically want to fight with reach weapons, generally speaking. This is 3 Alps. We can fight 3 Alps even without. We don't need to chase them. Like, we don't need to fight 3 Alps. They're just in our way. They're about to disappear anyway. They are only present during the night. And even then, they're kind of rare. All right, we can warm up on these outlaws. Who presumably came from... I don't know what the like arc is for possible, you know, what is considered south of Dornheim, but, you know, I'm assuming it is probably this. Or at least it certainly could be, unless there's another camp down there. So let's take these out first. Oh, whoops. I gotta pull out the spears. Are they really not going to charge forward because they have 1 archer? They feel good with having 1 archer? Okay then. They feel as though they have ranged advantage with their 1 archer. That's a little silly. I have guns. Have you not seen this technology? And they might charge here, which would also be fine. No, they will not. That's fine. We can push forward. Good for you, buddy. This cutthroat's holding the high ground up there. Doing a great job. Let's see, is this guy? I don't think on Akibio, I don't think there's any reason I would have taken, yeah, okay. No Pathfinder. Wouldn't have thought so. Pathfinder would be so he can get up on this little cute high ground spot. Yeah, this is malicious compliance right there. Another great subreddit. I did check out Forbidden Foods. That wasn't it. Whatever the food subreddit is that isn't not foods. It's not foods. They're like foods, but they're not foods. Anyway, it's so good. So good. Which one of these two has higher melee? It's skill. Alpha by a long shot. Get out of here. Oh yeah. Yeah, unhinged is a good way to describe it. Let's see. Ralph. No crossbow and firearm mastery. An attack from here. Trying to make sure I don't take too much damage, just to make sure I'm ready for the next fight against the Nomad camp that will hopefully have a tasty named armor. You know, with the amount I've hyped it up, it will probably be like a helmet that's kind of bad. That's what I'm anticipating. But we'll see. Yeah, 240 minus 20, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's like the worst possible medium armor. All right. Nyx Larfs. Boom. Nimble. Suddenly very difficult to kill. Do I take a +2 in melee skill on this guy? Maybe. But I don't know that I have to. Let's get a little more initiative. Make him nice and speedy. He's getting pretty close to around the amount that I'm thinking we'll need to be faster than basically everything, except for goblins, which I'm accepting not being faster than goblins, and that's fine. So like right now, With hyena pelt mantle, he'd be at 125, without any fatigue buildup, of course. And that's just about faster than just about everything. After gear, 125. The only things that are faster than that are like some beasts and goblins, basically. I don't know, there's probably other things I'm not thinking of. But let's see what's in the desert shelter. I still didn't pull out my spears. Well, that's all right. They certainly will consider themselves to have ranged advantage in this fight, and they would be correct. That's right, spears out. The team has taken the oath of the spear wall, and they are ready to, I don't know, live their oaths or whatever. So with two spear walls here and here, and a little exchangey zone here on this bedroll, got something good. And similarly here and here. I don't know. Yeah, the shield newts really are providing a lot. The tower shields have been really nice in that regard. And yeah, the shield newts are providing a lot of value against range. So if this is a build that can transition well into late game, yeah, I don't know, kind of interesting. They're definitely doing awesome in that regard though. See, I can leave that spot open. Just a single hex for enemies to go to. Seems fine. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm also worried about damage output, and it will be bad. That's the thing. They're like somewhere between a tank and a fatigue neutral. And yeah, damage output is... I think I can pretty confidently say it will be bad. It's just a matter of, is it acceptably bad? And the answer to that might be no. I can never keep straight who has... I think literally no one has firearm mastery actually at the moment, so I don't know why I'm even checking. Let's see, I might just shield wall here. No, I don't know. That sword's gonna do nothing. May as well attack. Hey, Final Overdrive. Good. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, it is because one of my bros had it at one point. That is why I'm getting confused. It's true. But it's still like, I don't know. But boy, there's like a beautiful handgun shot right here. Hey, Blackfire. How's it going? Oh man, that is beautiful emotes, I think. Denial's the first stage of grief. Yeah. Pokemon Unite. What is that? That sounds fun. I've not kept up with the world of Pokemans in quite some time. Like League of Legends but Pokemon? Oh, cute. That sounds delightful. Didn't realize Sir Humpert wouldn't have enough fatigue to spear wall. Otherwise I would have moved Final Overdrive forward. Oh, that was an unexpected maneuver. Yeah, I played a little bit of League of Legends. Because I was a long-time Dota player, just to, I don't know, try it out. It was fine. Having played both, I can confidently say that I very much prefer Dota over League of Legends. But they do have a similar gameplay loop. I never did try any of the other sort of takes on the genre idea, like Smite or things like that. League is so mega ultra toxic. You played Dota and heard good things about it. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's also pretty toxic. At least it can be. I don't know how, how they compare. I almost wonder if Dota is worse because there's so much more variance in what you can make work. I'm not sure if that makes it better. I'm not sure. Anyway, Dota is also pretty toxic. Especially playing ranked, which is how I prefer to play. I just don't want people to be jerks. Like, I don't care if you're bad. I don't care if I'm bad. I just want people to just try and calm down. Yeah, they are mega toxic for whatever reason. I mean, it's an interesting, like, it's obviously a result of the way the gameplay loop is, but I don't understand how or why exactly. Yeah. Also, I don't think I've ever seen so many racial slurs and other hate language just generally until I played Dota online. It's pretty terrible. Speaking of things that are terrible, I called it. I predicted. I bet it is a named helmet that sucks. And here it is. The trusty shimmering helmet. It's a named helmet that sucks. Well, well, well. Yeah, that is trash. I mean, it's, I guess, better than our flat top with mail, but only barely. Well, we'll put it on. Yeah, well, I wouldn't get excited about this one. I mean, named items are exciting in general, just not this one. Honestly, the best stuff that we got there that I'm excited about is a boar spear. Pretty happy about that. And I'm pretty happy to get these metal pauldrons and leather shoulder guards too. So that's where we're at, I guess. We got some more 80s prom dress shoulder pads. Cool. Yeah. The trusty shimmering helmet. Maybe it's only named. Maybe it's only famous because of how shiny it is. You know, the protection, so-so, but shiny. And we'll put the metal pauldrons on something. Could put it on the reinforced mail hauberk. Oh no. Look at the way those shoulder pads align on the left shoulder there. That's terrible. That's bad. I don't like that. You find that you struggle with Battle Brothers mostly when it's time to start upgrading from the usual Raiders equipment into mid-tier into famed items. So you don't see famed items enough, lol. Yeah. I think that is the part of the game that, like, it's hard to succinctly describe how to get over that hump, or, like, you know, there's not like an easy description I can give on like how to get over that part of the game, except that's where experience comes into play the most. And so you just gotta put in the reps, as it were, to feel comfortable about that sort of that transition at that particular point in the game. Well, we got our named armor. I guess I can explore this little section of desert and then sort of sweep the southern, very southern edge of the map, I guess. Fight more nomads. Happy to fight more nomads. More nomads. Ruined Empire walls. Boy, being able to see what's in the camps is really nice. Let's chase these nomads first, and then go after this. Fight it at nighttime. Yeah. Peasant militia is just a strong origin though in general. 16 Bros is pretty great. 2 more boar spears here in this fight. So there's a decent chance of looting one of them. We still have 1 more boar spear we'd like. Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, I don't think that an Oath Taker can have those specific traits. However, point taken, it does suck to spend a whole bunch on a bro, only to be like, oh, he's bad. Like that sucks. It just does. I know the feeling. And yeah, so Peasant Militia just removes that tension entirely, which is kind of cool. Sellsword today for 1.7k? Hell yeah. Yeah, sellswords are awesome, and they can be found for reasonably cheap. Didn't know they could go that low. Yeah, I don't know what the lower bound is. I have seen them at that price before. I don't know what the lowest I've seen them for is though, not off the top of my head. But they can have some pretty like middling equipment on them. And they also, I think, run from like either level 1 to level 4 or something like that. I don't think they can get up to level 5. And I am pretty sure they can still have level 1. But yeah, they have a pretty, and you pay for levels. If a bro has levels, they cost more. The bro that we purchased that is now Akibio, Akibio was purchased at level 4, which made him very expensive, but you know, I don't know, I don't mind. Starting at level 4 is kind of nice. I feel a lot safer having like these 3 defensive perks in particular, alongside just some stats from the levels. It helps him get over that initial hump. The guy had no hat, 80 armor, and a sword. Yeah, that sounds right. I might put a boar spear instead of the arming sword here on this hybrid too. 59 melee skill is pretty bad. Did I grab the famed armor? Yeah, and it sucks. But you know, it's shiny. And we're collecting shinies here. So from that perspective, I can't complain. I think we'll keep rolling. I think I'd rather have an arming sword than a wing mace. I don't know, is that even true? Maybe his melee skill is good enough. Let's do arming sword over scimitar. The Chaucer. I think here we're gonna go with, dang, another +1 melee skill. This guy, the Chaucer, has particularly poor melee skill. And it really is gonna remain quite bad, huh? I don't think I'm taking the +1s. I really don't. I'm not gonna do it. I refuse. Grab hit points. And we'll grab underdog. Is this when you would either bench or swap roles on a character like this? I mean, it depends. I don't think I'm going to. In this case. Because I mostly just want a defensive bro. And in that regard, he's really good. So, no, I think I'm gonna leave him in the roster. So, yeah, I don't know, he'll be okay. Alright, we're gonna sweep this little section of desert to come back to the ruined empire walls at nighttime. Yeah, let's take a look at our retinue. How close are we to scout one away, right? Yeah. I'm gonna hold on hiring another follower until I can get the scout. Alright, let's head towards this ruined empire walls now. Ruined empire walls, like the Death Star. I'll sign autographs later. All right. Making sure not to just start out in range of this pole mace. We're definitely gonna have to just like attack. You know, let's just fire. Okay. Can move forward with the Chaucer to give this guy a target that I want him to hit. Seems good. Okay. He was happy to move then attack. I suppose that makes sense. Luckily, it being nighttime, these archers weren't able to hit much. Oof. Eberhard got chonked. He's got a broken nose now. The dog went back for mercy. Or for vengeance? I don't know why I said mercy. No mercy. Vengeance. The opposite of mercy. Anti-mercy. Dogs doing work. Dogs and spears tearing them up. And one of the downsides of Poachers rearing its ugly head on us already. Limited carrying capacity. The old LCC, if you will. So, upgrading our cart will be a important upgrade. And yes, I did just create a TLA for LCC. What's a TLA, you ask? It's a 3-letter acronym. Nomads getting wrecked by the 1st Regiment of Al-Hazred. They've got ambush trade routes still. It wants us to deliver stuff to Jungholes. Where is Jungholes? Oh, up there. Nope, not going there. And if we did, it would be to raid that faction. Tamam Red Sands, that's pretty cheap. I don't hate a nomad, a ranged nomad. It's a pretty good price. Let's see what we can get from selling stuff. We should get a decent amount of money from this. Yeah, we're gonna have quite a bit of money. Any use for the three-headed flails? Could be an interesting option for the fatigue neutrals to carry instead of the regular flail. Probably slight preference for it. Not keeping the Sipars? No, I don't think so. I've got some backup. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I should. Maybe I should have. It's unlikely it'll come up. That might come to bite me. We'll see. I often do, but do I take a look at a cheap ranged nomad? And a cheap caravan hand as well. Caravan hands are maybe... Even a cheap one might not be worth looking at though. We'll take a look. He's fine. It's kind of disappointing. He rolled, you know, kind of in the low range of each attribute, except for fatigue, which is kind of whatever. Not much for talent stars. No traits that I care about. That's a pretty expensive hire. We're still gonna hunt for a little bit of chattiness though. Maybe could have and should have still picked up this assassin. Still can. He comes with the assassin's garb, which is like practically named armor. And I'm gonna have a bunch of nimble bros. From that perspective, even if the bro is bad, the armor will forever remain relevant. This is who I should be hiring. Let's take a look. Interesting. Yeah, cocky feels bad here. Agreed. We're not going to be building any dodge newts this particular run because of plans to do a different experiment with a different build based on what I've got going on. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this guy is bad. But he could be better. Yeah, we'll eventually want one forge tank for Monolith, though even that, if we don't get one, that's fine. We'll just do send one of our shield fatigue neutrals to fulfill the role, and that'll be fine. But yeah, he wouldn't be able to be a forge tank or anything like that. You need way more. I do need like way more fatigue. So well, I don't know. I don't really think of that as being particularly relevant because you can just easily use a cat potion. And even then, in Monolith, you can't do the Indom shield wall recover cycle on the full gamut of the Ancient Dead because the Ancient Dead that spawn around the Ancient Priests have a massive initiative malice, I think to ensure that they always go last. It's like -40 or something insane. So you'll never be able to get between that -9 and +32 cycle window and capture everything that would normally work on other Ancient Dead. At least the Legionaries and Honor Guard. We don't care about the, the others. So yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking, is I could just roll him as another newt and it doesn't take much for him to be better than my worst one. I kind of feel like that's true. The only difficulty in that regard, though, is that there's a slightly higher fatigue requirement for them because of needing to hold on to shields. That's heavier than a shield in one-handed is heavier than a two-handed weapon. Which isn't to, you know, I could always get brawny. That would be fine. Honestly, it would be fine. I'm not gonna make him one of my duelists. Not gonna make him a spear duelist. I could make him a banner. He's not quite... Our current banner is like, he's actually genuinely kind of terrible. I'd like a better one. I'm probably just gonna keep this guy the whole time. Let's be real. I almost never replace banners. Very hard to justify. But his you know, his resolve is really bad. His base resolve is actually like, what, 70 or 71 right now at level 7 after gifted. It's pretty terrible. So this guy could be a replacement banner. But he's not that great for that. But yeah, he's not worse than the early hires. In particular, I guess the Chaucer could be reconfigured as, well, I don't know. As just an off tank. I do want still like one off tank. Probably? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. He just kept rolling ones, so I didn't take the ones. He should probably be reconfigured to be just... Here's what I should do. I'll have to patch him up a little bit. Maybe with Brawny. We'll see. Atik might need to, yeah, be reconfigured, but then the Chaucer can be like an actual like tank, off tank, whatever you want to call it. And then Atik will be one of my fatigue neutrals with a shield. Okay. So we're gonna have to start leveling fatigue. How much did we miss out on? What's his fatigue now at level 7? We'll strip him naked. 104? Pretty bad for level 7. He'd have to be a nimble tank? No. I mean, he's got 97 hit points though. I mean, I realize that's post Colossus, but it's pretty good. This is kind of tough to evaluate. I'm not confident that the decisions I'm making now are what I would always do. Or like if I were in a slightly different like mood or state of mind that I might decide to do something different. I guess I'll still keep making him a tank. he will... He's not gonna have enough fatigue to be able to reliably like indom spam with heavy armor. Hey, Corvus Korak. Common Raven, smartest of all birds. But yeah, he's not gonna have enough fatigue to be, so he'd have to be a nimble tank. And I just don't feel like this team needs a nimble tank at all. It just doesn't feel necessary. Yeah, it just doesn't feel necessary on this team with the way I'm building him with this run. Sort of the specialty builds that I'm running. There's just no need. There's just no need for a nimble tank. There just isn't. Bench warmer? Yeah, maybe. Because yeah, thinking about his melee defense too, so he's at 28. Give this guy 6 levels. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 8 is 26. Plus gifted. Be pretty similar. But then... yeah, I don't know. I almost think Atik isn't... like There's a cost to leveling him up too, right? He's gonna be not as good for a while. Yeah, the Chaucer he is definitely this run's club-footed Dayteller. Oh yeah, I mean, Atik does already have more melee attack, but... the way, I think that this build with the shield, it really does require like sort of decent secondaries. He's not gonna cut it. He just isn't. I mean, I could just build another shield fatigue neutral, have 3 of them. I don't think I'd want more than 3. 3 is like about how many I would... that's the maximum I would want. Heimrad is like pretty terrible though. He's not terrible, but he's not... we need to get this guy replaced. How much wages do we pay? 12 daily? Heimrad. Boom. Officially turn into a mule. Atik. I don't know exactly. We'll give him this setup for now. What was I calling it? Shield fat end? Fat end shield. Put him in the center here. We'll get him... whatever. Smoke pot. Actually, I might put that in the banners pocket. Yeah. And we've got this sweet assassin's robe that I can put on someone. I can put on... Final overdrive. Okay. Alright, well that took forever. Let's kill more nomads. Alright, let's sweep the south here and make our way to Al-Hazif through the desert. Oh, how's my food situation? Maybe need a tiny smidge more. Let's just buy some rice. Probably didn't need to get more food actually, but whatever. I did it. It's a thing I did. We're looking for nomads or beast fights. And by beasts, I mean just hyenas. That's what I'd like to find. We did have some of our spear duelists that we're building with pretty high initiative as rat catchers, and so we took dodge, so it would be nice to get them hyena pelts on their armors. We could even put it on that fancy nomad armor that we just acquired. Literally nothing? Empty desert? Disappointing if so. Wow. Empty desert. Well, let's return to Al-Hazif. If we can get a fight in here at day 36 before the clock rolls over, we can get a 2-for-1 arena fight. See if there's any burrows here. Very cheap gambler. I like gamblers. Let's take a look. Okay, now this... Ooh. Yeah. Meh. That's some pretty bad stats other than resolve, huh? Alright. Alright, let's see what's in the arena. 3 recently retired desert bandits. Let's bring the Spear Squad to fight these desert bandits, shall we? I think I'm happy to just spear wall right here. Come at me, bro. Okay. Well. Didn't get much done there. Oof. Ooh. Okay, Theobald in danger. Just before nimble. Dang. Broken elbow joint. Broken elbow joint is pretty bad for the build. Pretty bad. Friso's got nimble now, so that's good. +4 is, you love to see it. I'll take this +4 in resolve as well. I'm not gonna fire him outright. He would be a reasonable candidate for the water skin. He's actually a pretty decent bro. Yeah, exactly, water skin candidate. So, yeah. Bonked in the head by a mace. Dang. And he's one that I took student on because I didn't want to take 9 lives. Because I said he had high enough hit points, I don't think he'll need it. I don't know if that's a direct quote, but I thought it. I said something along those lines. He's got 2 arena victories under his belt. Dang. Well, let's see what the next day's arena fight is. Day will turn over to 37. So let's take a look. Nachos. This broken nose is a bit of a problem for that. You notice that your more high HP bros keep dying. The hunter had the same problem. Yeah. I do think it's somewhat coincidental. But it's true. It is the high HP bros that are the ones that are dying. Alright, I think I can fight 3 nachos with the 3 spear duelists here. Sir Humpert being one of them. Friso is, we're gonna need to be slightly more careful with him because of the broken nose, but he's got iron lungs, so net effect of broken nose is -2. So that's not too bad. Move some better armor over. Swap helmets for better nimble setup. And this guy can wear something a bit heavier. I think that's fine. This is okay. We'll do this. All three confident. Wonderful. Who's got the highest melee skill? Practically the same down the line. Sir Humpert is... Let's see, Final Overdrive is probably the beefiest overall here. Yo, how's the run going? Good. Pretty good. We've had a couple casualties, but nothing too terribly bad. So Final Overdrive might get it. You don't love to see it. Still need a spear wall though to prevent this hex from being grabbed by this nacho. And we don't have pocket shields. I didn't take those in this time. Not eaten, so that's great. As long as he continues to not eat, I will be pleased. Lovely. Okay. I don't know why he chose not to just simply eat Final Overdrive. He didn't. And I am pleased. Alright, we got our arena fights in. Sir Humpert has leveled up. Let's see what perks are we looking at. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't hungry. He's a well-fed nacho. I suppose there's probably many humans he's eaten in the arena. One must imagine. He looked well-fed. All right, we'll take hit points here. And let's see. Could go Pathfinder. Pathfinder's pretty good. It's going to be necessary on everyone. May as well take it now. Good a time as any. Poor Theobald. All right. Take a look at what these contracts are. Escort caravan to Tanwer. About a day that in the northwest. Aha! Tanwer is the place we have not been yet. I suppose we could just take a contract to get, or yeah, contract caravan escort to get there. Drove off Nomad's Head. Blazing Sun Camp west of Al Hazif. Could do that if I wanted. So let's see. I want to get another bro rolling on the squad. Two, really, because I want to replace Eberhard. I guess Heimrad. You know what, Heimrad? You're back in. For now. Since the Ebold, you know, took a turn for the worse. Okay. Still one fight away from getting the scout. Let's leave this ambush trade routes condition here, just in case I want it to remain for goods that I return from venturing out to the west here. We'll speed up time, because they're either going to attack or they're not. These ones are choosing to attack. Very eager conscripts running forward. Just run everyone forward 2 hexes. Alright, get in there, conscripts. I don't want them attacking me with their bows and arrows. Alright, I like that move. Let's see, do I still spear wall? I might not. I'll let them come to me. I suppose that conscript might rotate him in. That would be annoying, but it wouldn't be surprising if it happened. That's right. Shoot those conscripts. No, no, no. Not those. Yeah, no. Yeah. This conscript is your enemy. I'm just the escort. Nope. Dogs are freaking out. That would mean the wife is probably home. Undoubtedly. Still have a handgun shot here. Don't hit the dog. Good. Didn't quite finish that guy off. Nyx lefts with another enemy slain from his javelins. They heard ghosts, it seems. Who knows what the dogs heard? No, Conscript stole the kill. I don't know how well the dog barking comes through on the microphone, but he's barking very loudly. At least he was. Obnoxiously so. I love the little guy, but he has an annoying bark. He just does. Alright, let the dogs finish this guy. It is coming through. And hopefully it's not too bad. It is a large diaphragm mic, so it's got a pretty wide polar pattern, which is good because I'm not very good at talking right into it. And so, not too surprised that it was able to pick it up. The BB dogs are louder? Okay, alright. That's good. They're low in the mix then. Happy with that. He's finally calmed down. She should be home soon though, so their timing is about right. Alright, we'll check out Tanware. Warehouse burned down, but well supplied. Kinda just means they like sort of cancel each other out, like a little. But the overall net benefit is kind of not to your favor. Which is too bad. Very cheap nomad. Hunt down what terrorizes. And a deliver cargo to all has read. We can do a hunt down what terrorizes. Now the real question I have though, hyenas. Hell yeah, that's what I want it to be. But the real question that I have in my mind is, I'll end up with enough crowns where I could get the scout after this fight, or I could do a little gamba on a nomad. I've made my choice. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, there's a lot to take in here. He high rolled melee attack. I guess I'll hover over it so people can see the ranges it could have been. He high rolled melee attack. No talent stars, but a high roll. He got a fairly low roll on melee defense for a nomad, but nomads have pretty good base, and he's got 3 talent stars in melee defense. Just roll well, duh. Right. Low hit point roll. Good fatigue. Good resolve for a nomad, which is good. And really high initiative. Yes, he will easily hit 40 melee defense. Yes, he will. Well, and let's see what his first level up stats are. Okay. So there's a variety of things we could do with this guy. He could be a spear duelist, and he would do well, and he would just be super defensive. Can you take this, bro? Absolutely. I don't know what you're gonna be yet. Kind of still thinking through it. But Black Fire could also just be like a forge tank. Good. Commander Slurgy shall find a suitable place for Black Fire on the battlefield. Yeah, he is 40 melee defense minimum with gifted, that is correct. We would anticipate 45 on average after gifted, which is kind of insane. Well, yeah, somewhere between 40 and 50 actually, with 45 being the median. Suitable place being a shallow grave next to some orc tents. I mean, not outside the realm of possibility, that's for sure. This is pretty ideal for one of our shield fatigue neutrals, but could also just be a forge tank. The fatigue is a smidge low for that. Yeah, definitely low HP, for sure. Very low HP. It's the lowest he could have rolled. And so, realistically, forge tanks actually don't need much hit points. When you're spamming Indom each turn, very, very little damage makes it through to hit points, unlike other heavy armor wielding bros that, you know, their bodies are susceptible to armor penetrating damage. Indom pretty well takes care of that, because Indom works on both damage rolls, both parts of the damage roll, and that reduction happens before the flat armor effect is subtracted. So I'm not going to explain the details of combat mechanics, but a forge tank that is spamming Indom actually doesn't need that high of hit points on the turns where they're using Indom, which isn't every turn. So it's not like hit points aren't still valuable. They are. I mean, definitely this guy's a Chad. Plus, I like his haircut. That's just personal bias, though. If they don't get hit, they don't need HP. That's true. And, I mean, I know that's stated facetiously, but with super high melee defense, it is pretty hard to hit this guy. Like, really hard. So if I made him one of my shield fatigue neutrals, then I would want to probably take 9 lives and Steel Brow on this bro, I would guess. And then try to get additional fur padding. Unless I'm able to patch hit points a lot with a bunch of +4s. So there's some sort of liability there. You know, there's a lot of conditions before that's good. One of the reasons I kind of want to make him one of my shield fatigue neutrals is actually this number right here. Because that number's really high. And he can stand in the center of the formation and be pretty durable. Yeah, 95, yeah, I mean, everyone's getting hit 5% of the time. But even with low hit points, with suitable defensive perks, it still takes a few hits for anything to get through. Oh my god. They're probably correct this time. Now their timing is probably right. And they are. Yeah, I tried to get rid of, so I tried to set up new rules to get rid of the spam bots. But these are compromised accounts that are getting turned into spam bots, I think is what's happening. A shame. Anyway, this bro is insane, so I have to come up with a good way to use him. It's like almost like Atik, but way better. I'd feel bad turning the Chaucer into a bench warmer. But what if I turn him into well, let's see. We're question mark. Good TBD. No, I guess it's not TBD. If I knew I was making him a tank, I'm not making this guy a tank. Not with 67 melee skill. That's a waste. That's so good. I guess it's still TBD in that I could make him a I can make him a lot of things. He's so good. We'll start out like this. He'll be nice and durable here on the front lines, so. Okay. He's got heavy armor on. He's got a big old shield. He's got a lot of natural melee defense. He's got 9 lives. Dagger Bro? Ugh, no. I don't like Dagger Bros at all. Even on normal runs. Not a fan of that build, generally. And it doesn't work with this sort of company's strategy based on some of the builds that I've already selected. All right. It's too hard to use for Slurgy. I mean, I don't know. Just not a fan of it. All right. Okay, only one hex available for surrounding, or like a contact rather. That's where I like it. Because then all the others charge in, because they just can't help themselves. Okay, I think there's enough fleeing now. There we go. Excellent. Is it a rule we're not using two-handed weapons aside for reach weapons? It's not a rule, but it is a... We use some transitionally as the company was getting rolling, but we are... I gave a little spiel previously, but one of the things I sort of set out or seek to prove with this Winstreak series is that there's a lot of different ways of playing the game that can all be successful as long as they're like coherent. And so there's no strict rule. However, I am building this company with a plan in mind, generally, that does not involve any two-handed weapons outside of handguns. They're not outside of the rules. If I get a named variant, I'm gonna use it. You know, Akibio will probably have a big old Chonkin two-hander. He's sort of an exception build. He's a weird case, frontline gunner. He's already a special snowflake anyway. But the bread and butter of our squad are going to be spear duelists and fatigue neutrals with shields and hammers, is the long-term plan. So even those reach weapons that I've got equipped right now, those two bros are two that are on the chopping block to get replaced. They're like tempo builds that helped get the company established. That's right. That gave us enough beast fights where we can get the scout. Don't have enough money for it quite yet at this exact moment. I don't know why we have a dog unequipped. Curious. How's the spear duelist gonna work for mono? Switch to maces? Oh, I mean, the whole, yeah, so, I should probably make an exclamation mark command, and I said that yesterday too. I plan on having them have a secondary weapon, even for regular fights. Because there are a number of situations where the spear won't fulfill its function. And duelists are actually super good in Monolith, because Ancient Dead are pretty vulnerable underneath their armor. They have pretty low hit points. So duelists are actually really effective in mono. So, just like noble swords. Noble swords are great. They're a great weapon. But maces are also very good. But they should all be bros with really high melee skill. So, you know, maces would work pretty well. Okay, so what's the purchase price for tools? Kinda bad. We're gonna buy a little food, a little tools. We're gonna venture through the desert just a little bit before going back to Al-Hazif to fight in the arena maybe 1 or 2 more times, and then move away from the south before it turns day 40. So I'm planning on making like a little sweeping arc, something like, you know, west through here, down through here, with the last couple days that I plan on spending here in the south. So I think, given that plan, given that arc, despite not having a great sale price, we're gonna sell stuff anyway. I might hang on to those serpent skins, I guess. And I think I'll need more food too, because I'll consume food quite a bit faster in the desert. I want to make sure I'm not just like butting up against a body of water where there's not any camps. That would be a shame. Ruins of Ironheart Keep, many ancient auxiliaries, and a few necro savants. I love being able to scout out these locations. This is so great. So I can just put a throwing net on these guys, and we will surround and kill the necro savants. While our front line handles the handful of ancient auxiliaries. It says many, but many honestly is not that many. Ironic. Okay, just sort of spreading out, putting my formation in kind of a box. I could wait for daytime, it's like almost day. Let's do that. Okay. Oop. Throwing axes? Yes, I should have put throwing axes on Nixlarfs, though he may end up throwing at, I was thinking more that I'm concerned about the necro savants, but yes, I should have. Let's see, so backing up 2, unfortunately squeezes us tight, but Sir Humpert could move around to the side, and that would be fine. But do I even want to? Maybe I just back up 1? Most of these in the back are all faster, so yeah. Just back up 1. So yeah, it would have been nice to throw a throwing axe there, huh? That's okay. And I think I'll go with the spears. Instead of swapping to their swords. Have this guy give a little blast. Okay, come at me, necro savants. they'll do it at the end of their, or like the second half of the round. This is maybe too juicy not to do. Some people saw that, definitely gained some confidence. They're like, holy shit, did you just see Heimrad? Yeah, the guy who just got benched? Did you see him just take out 3 skeletons in one swing? Alright, this guy is too fast. He's faster than the Necro Savants. If we use any fatigue, we might not be. I can't remember their initiative off the top of my head, but he's right at the cusp. So we're actually going to do nothing with him, so that we can make sure he goes before them. Alright. Nets away. And again. And I think I'll wait with Nixlarfs, because they might break out of the net and then move, and so we'll have his net on the ready. As predicted. Nine lives propped. Goodbye. Hopefully I won't need to use that other net. Won't need to use the other net. Uh-oh, connecting to chat. Welcome to the chat room. That was weird. Did I dropped frames 0. I got disconnected from chat and rejoined chat. Hopefully the stream didn't skip or anything. Cool. Unexpected fight against some ancient dead. But we'll take it. So let's take a moment to sort of give our formation a think. Nothing happens stream side? Okay, good, thank you. Yeah, I still want the tower shields in the middle. I'm slowly gonna make this the exact same as it was, huh? I think I did. Well, stream's fine. Okay, good. Good. Atik. Final Overdrive. Another fine level for Final Overdrive. Definitely has enough fatigue to fulfill spear functions just fine. Also has enough resolve to fulfill his functions just fine. So it's between those two. Which do I value more highly? He also has enough melee defense and doesn't need too much to be successful. So what do I want to put this point into? It's either 5 fatigue or 4 resolve. Are any of the hybrids named? If not, you can enter the company. Some of them are named. Ralph is not, though. Though someone was attached to the name Ralph previously, that is just a default name. Ralph shall now be known as XJI7. All the others are taken. Yeah, so I think here, let's go with the resolve. And then we'll take duelist. Boom. The core part of the build is basically in place. Come back and grab Pathfinder, but Final Overdrive, looking pretty excellent. Back to Atik. Roll a 1. It's true. Atik does have some fans cheering him on. This is a pretty disappointing level up. I don't know. Yeah, no, we're not doing... I don't think he'll... I don't think... I'm good with initiative. The way this company is going to work with the front lines, there won't be need for initiative builds as far as like manipulating turn order. So from the perspective of like Mason Shield paired with Catal, I don't think there's really room for that with the way this company is going to function. There is room for overwhelm gunners. So I think that's the only type of initiative focused build that I'm really going to have. Obviously my rat catchers on the flanks. My ultimate chads this run are rat catchers. Incredible. Anyway, you know, they obviously have high initiative and will have dodge, but they're not really making use of it other than that. Bring back the Dodge Forge tank. Honestly, that might end up being what I do. For that to work, though, we'll have to find a named shield specifically for Monolith. And if I'm going to do that, I should not have taken the point and melee attack. Just one level, but still. Yeah, and he would really need high hit points to be able to do that. I don't know. I don't know. What are all these cute little goblins doing here? This is the desert. We're supposed to be fighting nomads. We got one more good day of nomad hunting. We're fighting goblins? Blast them. Where are you going, you cowards? Tower shield's doing work, though. Been kind of nice to have, you know, sort of catch-all shields as opposed to just kite shields and, you know, I don't know. It's been nice. Okay. They're surrounded by dogs. Hopefully, Brant doesn't perish. Brant is the one in danger here. Oh, don't have your shot go astray and go for Brant. So we actually want named one hands this run because we have duelists. Yeah, yes we do. Absolutely we do. Named one hands will be great this run, for sure. Of basically any type. Like, I'm pretty flexible. I think they're all, you know, they all can be good. Some it's more difficult for them to be good than others. I'm looking at you, one-handed flail. But, yeah, I think the named one-handed weapons would be awesome. And in fact, I'm just gonna throw it out there. As much as I badmouth the orc cleaver, I'm pretty okay with a good named orc cleaver. And yeah, the best rolled two hands. And I will have a little bit of a place in at least Akibio. So Akibio is gonna be our frontline forge gunner, and we are probably going to take a second weapon mastery with a big chunk and two-hander. Just on this guy, I think he'll be the exception. He's a special snowflake anyway. Take a peek on this mountain quick. Not seeing any nomads. Here's some nomads. Where did they come from? And where are they going? Looks like they came from up here. That's not much of a nomad camp, but we'll still bust it. Black Fire. Good TBD. Rolled a 1 in melee skill. Do I take it? And a 2 in hit points. Black Fire is an absolute Chad. But yeah, I think I'll Are those Blackfire? Are those just the emotes you have access to that have the word chat in them? Because I don't even understand whatever's going on with that weird elephant moving back and forth. Kind of creeps me out. Yeah, where are all the +3s exactly? I mean, here's a +3. Should be a +4. I guess I'll... So if I'm going to make this build one of my shield fatigue neutrals, melee attack really isn't that important. I also don't need that many of this build. Probably 2 at the most. I think Atik's gonna end up getting benched. Anyway. So let's take Gifted here first. And then we'll take Colossus after this. Yeah, I have a feeling Atik's gonna get benched. So I think we just need the 2. And I think Alpha and Blackfire will be that. And then we're gonna get... So we were looking for like three more bros, basically. Still. Right, some cutthroats and a few outlaws. We'll go ahead and do that quick. I wanted to finish that guy off before he could run. Yeah. I mean, if Atik, it's one of those... I don't know. I think he's probably not gonna quite cut it. Unfortunately. Underfortunate. Yeah, yep. Hiring that nomad did indeed make Atik seem obsolete, didn't he? Oh wow, that guy regained his confidence. Oh no, dog. Too brave. I don't even know that a woodcutter's axe would kill a dog in one hit. Not sure if it's got armor anyway. It maybe doesn't. Woodcutter's axe. Such a sad weapon. Okay. Getting our last bit of nomad fighting in. Akibio, frontline gunner. I think I'll probably take firearm mastery here now first. And so this is what I was saying earlier with opportunities. You know, we roll a 1 in melee skill. That's fine. This is going to be a build that is going to need all stats. And I think the choice here is just simply hit points. So we'll get crossbow and firearm mastery. We'll need to circle back for quick hands. But for now, we've got what we need. Right, we have Bertolf still hanging out. Good, good, good. More nomads. Let's fight these nomads before they gain the ability to dodge our attacks too effectively. Particularly for holding them off with spears. That dodge is a big deal. Weird terrain. I'm just gonna shoot right over those boxes. Do they know? I don't think they know. These boxes are to my benefit, not yours. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of their junk. So I'll put like... one gunner here, and the other gunner there. And this guy doesn't have a firearm mastery, but Akibio does. Okay. Whatever. Not very good cover. Not very good at all. Yeah, this cover is absolutely to my benefit and their detriment. And they don't even realize. they're starting to realize. Let's see, no firearm mastery here still. Yeah, this shielded nomad. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. But I think we'll reload here anyway with that guy. They're not getting much done. Nice little stab at Teak. Fatigue. Wow. Yeah, sorry. Delayed answer, but yeah, the 105 is pretty good. The tricky thing about the 105 is not the 105 armor itself, as much as the perfect fatigue pairing, which, you know, to put yourself at 40% damage taken, which is generally where you want it, though if you go up a little higher than that, it's fine. Anyway, the perfect pairing then is a -4 fatigue helmet, and those just aren't as good. Which is like a weird quirk, I think, to using the Nomad like stitched plated armor or whatever it's called. Plated Nomad mail? Okay. Is the stitching in the description? Nope, the word stitching doesn't appear here at all. My brain made it up. Yeah, just get a -16 pairing and roll with it. Yeah, which is totally fine, right? You'll be at 41% damage taken, which is not that big a deal. A teak. Min rolling. Yeah, I think it's going to be Alpha and Blackfire. I have a feeling that's how this is gonna be. I think Atik is gonna get put on the bench. Alright, we'll look for another nomad fight if we can get it. Appears it's not gonna happen. Well, we cleared most of the desert despite not actually finding that many. I don't think we found a single big nomad camp. That's too bad. But we left this ambushed trade routes here on purpose. Okay, so let's see what's in the arena. 3 hyenas, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We'll definitely put spear builds against hyenas for sure. We'll go with our trio here that we had used previously. And we'll put little auxiliary shields in their pockets, just in case. The confident bros, we're gonna reposition so that they're the ones that are closer to the enemy. Okay, so we'll need to make sure we get this hex and this hex covered by the other two, so that they can't get us around, even if they tried. Okay. Boom. A bloody spectacle. We are only 1 fight away from getting the resolve bonus on 2 of the bros. 2 with kinda low resolve anyway. I'm like slightly tempted to stay here till day 41. I think I'm going to. So I'm gonna go wander off to the west somewhere. I guess I could do that mission for them, I suppose. The crowd is what I imagine chat sounds like while watching. Ooh, ah! Yes, yes, yes. I like that. Though I think what chat actually sounds like is more like clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. That's more what I realistically imagine. There may be opportunities still for the notched blades to be used in place of these knives. They are a little bit better damage and still have the puncture for if I need it. You lose 1 fatigue from it sitting in the pocket, 3 rounded down. So, yeah. Brushes Dorito dust off shirt, realizing that you've got Cheeto dust on your fingers already and you just made a smear. Shrug, realize you don't care. It doesn't matter. There's a Mountain Dew stain on the shirt anyway. Okay, and these shimmering ashes, I think I'm just gonna sell those too. Which one had the alchemist? Was it Al-Hazred? Yeah. Haha, blast flavor. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The gentleman's Mountain Dew, absolutely. There's a sellsword here. I love sellswords. We would take another hybrid. A hybrid could be a welcome addition. As previously mentioned, the way this company is going to function, again, with the spears holding off enemies for long periods of time, ranged damage is slightly higher priority, especially if it can come in the variety of like a Kibio here. Do I spend a bunch of money on another sellsword? This is the -4 helmet that sometimes I'll use. This guy's got equipped. He's a little expensive. He comes with a great axe. Okay. He's fine. What would I do with him? Let's see, what's his first level up? +3 melee defense. 45 base range skill that's a bit low. As is the 62 melee attack, at least for a sellsword. No talent stars in either. Good base melee defense roll. Yeah. Good traits. I like having a team player just because there's an event where, like, I don't know, everyone's giving each other high fives and it's fun and it feels good. It's like a half brother, a bro, if you will. The axe softens the blow. True. In effect, we'll go ahead and put the axe right here on a Kibio. Was his first level up? Yeah. And you're not doing any dedicated two-hand bros, right? Correct. Nope. No dedicated two-hand bros. Yeah, just roll well. The tricky thing about just rolling well is I need to make a plan for him. Does that plan involve ranged skill? Probably not. The +4 here is like baiting me. He's pretty low on the as far as sellswords go. If I did make him one of my like frontline gunners, he could be okay at that. You know, again, one of the things about that build is you kind of need attributes everywhere, and so you know, you can sort of spread them around, sprinkle them around as necessary. He's just got to roll well. Alright, I think Atika's out. I'm gonna make use of Heartburt. So we'll have a fatigue neutral shield in Blackfire and Offa here. Heartburt. I think the general way I'm gonna have the company look long term is 4 spear duelists like this. Screw it. I'll just make him another frontline gunner. He's gonna be an absolutely pales in comparison to a Kibio alternative over here. But he can still do it. And another frontline gunner here. This guy will be another dedicated spear. We'll find one. And then a couple hybrids here and here. No forge tank at all. And then for Monolith, I'll just have one of these 2 brave souls be relegated to the task. Especially if I can find a named shield with minus fatigue for shield wall, and then I just get a second wind potion. They'll be pretty durable. Your bros sadly perished in the library? Oh no! No, yeah, you can't whip the elevated phylacteries. That is, unfortunately... That is not a thing you can do. It's true. Alright. Heartburt, you're in. But sorry to hear that, Zephyr. That sucks, but silver lining, you know what that does mean? You get to start a new run. And that's fun. I like the beginning of the runs most anyway. Alright, so Heartburt here. Will I take the +2 in melee skill? I think I do. I also am going to need some fatigue unless I want to take Brawny on him, which maybe I'll do. Nah, I'll take the melee skill. This guy could end up kind of a disappointment. We'll see. We shall see. Unfortunately, I feel pretty obligated to always take 9 on any bro with heavy armor. I just think there's kind of no way around that. He's gonna have really good melee defense though, just because of his high base roll. I don't know. He'll be a weird build. We'll get him a gun. Lots of people are gonna have guns. XJI 7 might not end up using a gun. I might just make him a pure thrower. Well, like thrower slash one-handed weapon duelist. We'll just start out with a gun and not take mastery, just get one shot. Oops, all guns run? Yeah, I guess. Apparently. It seems. Oops, all spells. Oops, all guns. Alright, we're close to nimble on a few bros. What's the arming sword doing here? Should I do anything with that? Let's do this instead. Nixlarfs might end up taking Dagger Mastery. Someone might take Dagger Mastery. I don't know who. We're probably going to make use of this Catal though. Okay, do I want to do this with a contract? Sure. Oh, way over there. Okay. Nomads will have dodge, so that camp's going to get re-rolled because it's just a 1-star contract. So it won't be as big as it looks. Many cutthroats and some outlaws. Nice easy fight. They're fast now. Dodging my attacks. Still hard to dodge a spear though. Some of them are managing to do it just fine. It's like, all right, I've seen enough. Hopefully that dog. No! I say hopefully that dog lives. But I didn't want to say live because I was worried of what would happen if I cursed him. But just thinking it cursed him. Dang. Poor little doggy. It would be fitting for this to be a kind of oops all guns run, because last run I didn't use guns at all. In this run, apparently, apparently I will be. And I'm keeping the whip as a potential weapon for the hammer shield bros to use. As silly as that sounds. It's their reach weapon. But we don't need quick hands because we can still swap to it and crack the whip. Alright, early banner is turning into actual banner, huh? He's just the company's banner, and I think that's just how it is. And I need to accept that. Adler, you're sticking around and you're gonna be the real deal, huh? Turns out he is. Let's see where these nomads are going and or coming from. Even though they're more difficult to fight post day 40, it's not so bad. We can still, you know, we can still fight them. Banner until death do us part? I probably should. Oh, there's an enemy there. Sometimes till death do us part is really quite brief though. Death can come swiftly for a mercenary. Especially if you're on one of Slurge's mercenary companies. I'm not 100% sure where the third mystery enemy is. I found him. But yeah, Banner is the one build where almost always the first potential banner that I find, I make my banner, and then I'm never like, it's not that important for their resolve to be wildly high. There's enough like perks and traits and the banner, you know, the sergeant sash and blah blah blah, for them to be totally fine. But I always like think in my head, no, I can find something better than this. But it's rarely worth training up another bro. And then the later recruits that I get that could have super high resolve, you know, like Oath Takers or something like that, well, they're usually too good. Like I want to do something else with them. So. Why am I going into battles with 11 bros? That's the real question. Okay, so let's return to Al-Hazif. And let's see what is here for arena fight. 3 nomads. We'll bring in the dream team, the trio. Sir Humpert, Friso, and Final Overdrive. They've been a powerful, powerful crew. And let's give them pocket shields, shall we? Especially Sir Humpert, who does not yet have Nimble. Okay. Can try to induce brain damage in a mediocre bow with good resolve. It could be dismissed otherwise. I mean, I could, but I don't know if, like, the full list of, you know, the full list of possible permanent injuries, but it feels like it's a big ask to get just one specific one. Boy, dodge making me feel silly. Nice. Boom. And now we've got a couple bros that are arena fighters, which is good because their resolve was, you know, not the best. Oh, and I need to give them their dogies. And we do have this metal plates and rivets. I should put that on something as well. We'll put that on this male hauberk. How about? Putting stuff I want to keep on the mules. I don't have any drunks right now, actually, to risk losing those items, but it's sort of a habit. And we've got enough money. We can go ahead and get the scout. 5 days worth of crowns is enough for me. In fact, I'll even bring it down to 3 days. What mutators have you equipped? What game is it that has mutators? That's a thing. What game is that? That uses the word mutators specifically? Hades? No, that's Heat. Urtuk. Oh, okay. There's other ones. Or mutate, yeah. Oh, that's in Densby's game? Dirty's game? Densy's game? Something's game. Despot's game. Are we not gonna dismiss some of the reserve guys? Well, they don't charge much per day. Atik does ask for more per day. There's an in-game hint that bros, you know, recruiting more bros slows your squad down. That doesn't actually happen. It's bugged. So the only downside to having more bros is that they eat more and that they require wages. But wages are such a, relatively speaking, like a pittance in the grand scheme of things, in the overall scope of the campaign. So no, Theobald I'm keeping because if I get the water skin, he's worth keeping. The Chaucer, I'll keep him around as a backup in case one of the fatigue neutral shields meets an untimely demise. Bertolf has potential if he gets a handful of good events to buff his stats. Still questionable. I just really like Determined, and I like his potential. Leinard here is just nothing more than a mule. Atik, though, maybe I should dismiss. I think I'm just not going to use him. Goodbye, Atik. It had to happen. Okay. And I think that actually is a good place. That's a nice stopping spot. I think that's probably where I'll call it for the eve. I don't know who Elich TV is, but we've got another friendly Battle Brothers player. Looks like a nice big battle, so we'll go ahead and raid them to keep the Battle Brothers love alive. That target channel has disabled raids. I will not. Well, if you want to see the biggest cesspool on the whole of Twitch, one of my favorite StarCraft players lets himself be tortured, and I don't understand it. But it's the life he's created. We'll raid Artosis. All right, to all of you, have yourselves a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world. Ta-ta.